Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, I would be going to discuss about chapter 2, Polynomials, Cbse Standard 10 Mathematics. This video is part 3. In this video, I will cover geometrical meaning of zeros of the polynomial. Get started. First, a linear polynomial. General form ax plus b, only one zero, 0 minus b upon a is the zero. Y is equal to x plus b when x is equal to minus b upon a, then y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 means x-axis y is equal to 0. So minus b upon a, 0 intersect in x-axis. The graph of the linear polynomial intersect only one point in x-axis. The graph of linear polynomial is straight line. The graph of linear polynomial is straight line. The coordinates minus b upon a 0. When x is equal to minus b upon a, then y is equal to 0. The graph intersect only one point on x-axis. The graph is always straight line. Quadratic polynomial, the three cases is there: 2, 0, 1, 0 and non-zero. The graph of quadratic polynomial is parabola. The quadratic polynomial have maximum 2 zeros, then 1, 0 and non-zero. The graph of quadratic polynomial intersect x-axis maximum 2 points. The intersecting point on x-axis, then y is equal to 0. X value at a graph intersecting x-axis is 0 of the polynomial. When y is equal to 0, x-axis y is equal to 0. Then when y is equal to 0, the x value is zeros of the quadratic polynomial. If k0, where k is the zeros of the polynomial, the parabola intersect x-axis at 2 points, then the quadratic polynomial have 2 zeros. Parabola intersect 2 points on x-axis, then the quadratic polynomial will have 2 0. If parabola intersect 2 points on x-axis, the quadratic polynomial will have 2 0. The given graph x square minus 3x minus 4 have 2 zeros because this parabola intersect 2 points on x-axis. Minus 1 and 4 is the zeros of x square minus 3x minus 4. X-axis y value is equal to 0, 0, 0. When y is equal to 0, the x value is zeros of the quadratic polynomial. 4 and minus 1 is the zeros of x square minus 3x minus 4. This is the graphical meaning of 2 zeros. 2 0 means the quadratic polynomial have 2 zeros. The parabola intersect 2 points on x-axis. The quadratic polynomial have 2 0. The parabola intersect 2 points on x-axis. Then 1 0. The parabola touch only 1 point on x-axis, then the quadratic polynomial will have only 1 0. The parabola touches only 1 point on x-axis. That point y value is equal to 0. So that quadratic polynomial will have only 1 0. 2, 0. 2 is the zeros of the x square minus 4x plus 4. The given graph x square minus 4x plus 4 have only 1 0. 2, 0 where x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 0. Then 2 is zeros of the polynomial x square minus 4x plus 4. If parabola intersect 2 points on x-axis, the polynomial have 2 0. The parabola intersect only 1 point on x-axis, the polynomial have only 1 0. Then no zero case. In no zero case, the parabola not intersecting x-axis. Here y not equal to 0. The parabola not intersecting x-axis, then the polynomial have no 0. The graph not intersecting x-axis, then y not equal to 0. The polynomial have no 0. The graph x square minus 4x plus 5 have no 0. Here parabola not intersecting x-axis. In 2 0, the parabola intersecting 2 points on x-axis. 1 0, the parabola touches only 1 point on x-axis. Non-zero, the parabola not touches in x-axis. So the zeros of the polynomial is depend upon the parabola intersecting or touching or x-axis. If not, parabola not touching x-axis, then the polynomial have no zero. So nature of the graph, polynomial, linear polynomial, graph straight line, number of point intersecting x-axis only 1.1, number of 0, 1. Quadratic polynomial, graph parabola, 3 cases is there, number of point intersecting x-axis 1.10, 2.20, no point, no 0. So quadratic polynomial have 3 cases, 20. 20 means the parabola intersecting 2 point on x-axis. The x value of 2 point is zeros of the quadratic polynomial. 10 means the parabola intersecting only 1 point on x-axis. The intersecting point, the x value is zeros of the quadratic polynomial. No 0 means the parabola not intersecting x-axis. So in this case, the quadratic polynomial have no 0. Here over. Thank you for